this is cjhoyle. Today is Sunday, November 29th, 2020, and I'm standing here at the intersection of Greenwood Avenue and Danforth Avenue. Today I'm riding my Linear Limo Recumbent Bike, which has an action camera mounted on the front of it, and this video is part 2 of my narrated tour of Danforth Avenue, which now has bike lanes. Alright, so as the traffic light turns green, I cross Greenwood Avenue and continue my way, heading west along Danforth Avenue, and get to continue enjoying this nice, protected, temporary bike lane. If you haven't seen part 1 of this series, I'll provide a link in the description below. I gave a little bit more background in that video about sort of how Danforth ended up with a bike lane, where it seemed like it might be a few more years before one came. I guess, spoiler alert, the reason was because the pandemic played a role. There was a program called Active TO, where the city was prioritizing building cycling infrastructure, something that happened in a lot of cities around the world from what I understand. The part of Danforth that we're approaching pretty soon is called Greektown, a part of the city which has a higher than average population of Greek people and a lot of Greek owned and operated businesses. So just wait for this traffic light here. This road is called Donlands Avenue. For you to turn a little bit to the right here, you'd see Donlands subway station. Underneath of Danforth Avenue, there's the Bloor Danforth subway line. And Donlands is one of the stations along the way. Greenwood's where we started the video. That's also a subway station with that name. And there's our green light. It's a nice, warm, sunny Sunday. Yesterday on Saturday it was quite warm also, quite sunny, but today is sunnier, so I decided to film the video today. And yeah, these big green banners that you can see over top of the road here, a little bit hard to read. I've always found them hard to read, but maybe they're more lit up at night, but they say "Welcome to Greektown." There's actually a total of 3 of them. So this one here at Jones Avenue marks the beginning of the Greektown Business Improvement Area, or BIA. Jones Avenue there also is a north-south street that we just passed, which has bike lanes on it. If you're not familiar, Business Improvement Area is kind of like an association of the different businesses that are along here. So they all sort of pool together, and they have a board of directors, and they have staff members and things like that, and they just sort of act on behalf of the businesses to improve this part of the city. They're kind of like a representative of the businesses to the city. So for example, when these bike lanes were going in, the BIAs, the business improvement areas, those organizations were consulted with, rather than it's consulting with every single individual business along here. There's hundreds of them. When they're building these bike lanes, they consulted with the business improvement areas that sort of represented the businesses. We're just crossing Pape Avenue here. Pape is another subway station along this line. Going past a big church on the right. And you actually see quite a few people out enjoying the sunny day today, walking along the sidewalk here. As I was mentioning in the last video, a lot of stores are closed on the inside, but they'll have sort of curbside pickup and things. There was a sort of a lockdown that went into effect last Monday, so by the time you see this video, that lockdown will probably have been in effect for a while. But just a way that Toronto and Ontario have been dealing with this second wave of the pandemic. So yeah, you see, if you'll notice, a lot of these businesses have, you know, Greek names, or they sell Greek food, or very Greek here in Greektown. This road here is called Logan Avenue. Oh. Got to be careful for the right hook like that. A vehicle. I thought they weren't going to check their blind spot, but thankfully they did and saw me. These bike lanes are great, but they aren't without their flaws either. And there's the third of the 3 banners coming up for Greektown. This one's kind of missing part of half of it. It looks like the material, the fabric that's up there is blown away. We had some pretty strong winds a few weeks ago. I don't know how long that banner's been like that. Something tells me it's been like that for a while, but possibly that wind had something to do with it. Yeah, so it's a really nice day to be out riding, and it's really nice to be able to ride on streets like Bloor and Danforth. Oh, just gonna stop at the yellow light here. This road I'm crossing is called Plater Boulevard, and this area is actually called, surrounding here is called Plater Estates. I believe that was the name of the original subdivision that was built here. And I think the name Plater comes from the surname of the family that originally owned the land here when it was all farmland. I believe this is the street. If you turn right, you'll go down, and there's sort of a street that's, the road kind of makes a T intersection, and I think the house that you face when you reach that intersection is the original farmhouse that was here, or the estate at least, that was here before the neighborhood was built around it. So once we went underneath of that last banner for Greektown, we're no longer in the Greektown BIA. This BIA here, or Business Improvement Area, is the Danforth Broadview BIA. And that's because this next intersection we're about to get to is Broadview Avenue, which is a north-south street that I made a video tour of earlier in the year. The road south along Broadview. It's got a really nice view of downtown Toronto about halfway down it. And the last video that I posted before this Danforth series was me riding on Bloor East, heading in the opposite direction as this. So I was coming east, and that video, I ended the video right at this intersection, right over there over on the other side. So if you'd like to see what this next section looks like coming from the opposite direction, I'll provide a link to that video in the description below. So my plan here is I'm going to cross Broadview Avenue, which leads to the Prince Edward Viaduct Bridge, which takes you across the Don Valley, and I'll kind of take the bridge over to the other side just to show how Danforth connects with the rest of Toronto, and that's where we'll conclude this video. So this section here has had bike lanes for quite a few years. The section of Bloor West that has bike lanes got those in 2016, and I know when those ones were built, these ones here were already there, although I think it took a while before they got the protection, like the little flexi post that you see over towards the left. But yeah, these bike lanes have been here for a while. But yeah, it's great to be able to connect to them on Danforth. And with the Bloor Danforth connected, including an extension of Bloor West which was done later this summer, there's now a continuous 15 kilometers of bike lanes along Bloor Danforth. At the east end, they terminate at Dawes Road, and the reason they stop there is because Dawes Road has a bike lane on it, and on the west end, the bike lanes terminate at Runnymede Road, which also has bike lanes on it. So if you wanted to do a really long continuous ride, if you started on Dawes Road, rode down Dawes Road, came across Danforth, went across Bloor, then went up Runnymede, you'd get an even longer than 15 kilometer ride. A lot of people who go recreational cycling, you know, the default is sort of to go riding down near the waterfront, but with this, you know, bike lane cutting right through the middle of the city, you can go for a pretty long ride in a pretty safe space for a really long distance. If you'd like to see the Danforth Avenue temporary bike lanes become made permanent, I provided a link in the description below to a petition that you can sign to help make that a reality. Alright, so we're across the Don Valley now, and this intersection up ahead, the road that I'm about to cross is called Castle Frank Road, and just on the other side of there is a building, and that is the Castle Frank subway station. Well, anyway, that concludes part 2 of my narrated tour of Danforth Avenue. If you watched all the way to the end of this video, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comment section below, and thanks for watching.